ودع عنك الرقاد إنه الإسلام عاد في سبيل الله قد سرنا وأعلنا الجهاد قم ودع عنك الرقاد إنه الإسلام عاد في سبيل الله قد سرنا وأعلنا الجهاد قم ودع عنك الرقاد إنه الإسلام عاد في سبيل الله قد سرنا.
We're here outside the Sri Lankan embassy today because of the recent wave of another form of attack by the Sri Lankan Buddhist extremists that have been butchering and massacring the Muslims. Now what's happened recently in Sri Lanka is that, people also assume that from the BBC News that we've been hearing, that this new attack on the Muslims in Sri Lanka, bearing in mind there is only 9% Muslim population there, the recent attack is not just about the halal meat issue that the news is talking about, but rather it is an attack against the Muslims. Similarly, what has been happening in Burma, we see the same kind of fate descending upon our Muslim brothers and sisters in Sri Lanka. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the Quran that the Muslims, the kuffar, will never be satisfied with the Muslims, whether if they are living in the east or the west, because of their hatred and animosity towards the Muslims. And this is the kind of sentiment that we are feeling and experiencing in the town of Colombo or any parts of Sri Lanka. The Muslims in Sri Lanka have been residing in Sri Lanka from as early as the 8th century. But we know that this is more than just the issue of the halal meat. We know this. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala tells us that it is because of the fact that we carry the call of Tawheed, we carry the call of Jihad, we carry La ilaha illallah, and because of our belief that we live by, believing in and we will die for this call, this is the reason why they are attacking us and butchering us. And this is something not new, but rather this is something that has been going on in the southern eastern part of Asia for a very long time. But all this is happening now is that the scale and the storm of the anti-Islamic hatred is just escalated to a point that we will see that this wave of hatred and animosity against Islam and the Deen will just carry on and on throughout, not just in Sri Lanka, but in other parts of Asia.